Good evening, everyone. How are we all? Hopefully, I'm coming through nice and clear. Everyone can hear me, see the screen, and so on and so forth. If you don't know what we're doing tonight, what we're taking a look at is doing a live tutorial on how to do third-person sort of combat targeting, similar to something we saw in the Witcher 3 stream that we looked at last week. So we're taking a look at that and trying it as inspiration to go forward in today's one. So I've got a chat open on the window in front of me, so by all means, questions along the way, just go ahead and ask them. If I don't catch your question, don't worry, just ask it again. I will eventually get round to seeing it. So let's get started. So what I've got here is just a third person template, and we're going to do some like tab targeting system to select the nearest targets and cycle through them. So let's get started by putting up set inputs first of all. I'm going to go into project settings, and we're going to go into input, and we're going to add a new action mapping here called target. No, let's choose target. Okay, and we'll make that the tab key. On the gamepad, it's usually, I think in Witcher 3 it was right thumbstick click. So if I do right thumbstick button, that'll give us that option as well. So when we push this button, it's going to scan the local area for enemies that we can target and pick the closest one. And then subsequent clicks will then cycle through to the next closest and cycle round in that list. So we'll get round to that in a second. Now, for my targeting, I'm going to I need to be able to identify which actors, objects, so forth can be targeted. So we're going to create a interface for this, and we'll call that the targeting interface. And we're going to create a new target for this one. So we can go targeted. Oh. No, we'll go target actor. We'll call it target actor. Compile, and that'll do for now. I think we may come back to that later, but we'll see how far we get on. Important to note, I haven't done much really any prep for this before we start, so you're going to see warts and all, bugs and the like. But hopefully we managed it just fine. So once I got that, I'm going to create a targetable character. So I'm going to go target dummy. And let's just give this guy a mesh. So give it the mannequin. What I have done, by the way, is I have imported one of the Paragon assets. Because if we have time to, I'm going to hook up the animations to make it look decent. But we'll see. So I didn't want to close that. So on your target dummy here, I need to assign that interface. So in the class settings, you can add interfaces. I'm going to add my targeting interface. There. Excellent. Okay. So now I've got that set up, I can drag one of these into the world. Like so. Okay, so on the third person character, we're now going to set up the targeting for this. So if I just call an input event that we just made. I've got some old stuff I need to get rid of. So I was testing things out before I started. Let's get rid of that. No, hello. There you go, choose target. So this is our tab key event here. When we push this, we need to look for a target. So I'm going to create a new function here. Okay, and we're going to go look for target. This function is going to be the thing that, well, looks for a target. So what I'm going to do here is I need to get all actors. What would be the best way of doing this? Also, I want to pick the ones in front of the player in ish shape. So I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do a multi sphere trace for objects. Sphere trace. Yeah, we do a sphere trace. And we're going to cast a sphere out in front of the player and return all the actors that we come across on and build like a list that we can cycle through. So my starting point for this is going to be the we're going to do it from the camera perspective. So we'll get the camera. We can use we'll use the camera boom. And we can get the world location of the boom. Okay, and for the end, we need to get the rotation of this boom. Get world rotation. And we're going to get the forward vector for this. That'll give us the direction that we're looking in. Okay, this combine these three gets us the direction we're looking in. We're then going to multiply this by how far we want it to go. So multiply it by a float. And this will be the targeting range. So let's do, I don't know, 1,000. And we're going to add it to our starting position. And I guess our endpoint. Okay, so when you do a multi-sphere or any trace for objects, we need to define what object types we are returning. If it's not on this list, it means it will block it and end the trace. So I'm going to go drag out from object types here and choose make array. And we're going to add world static, world dynamic, and a pawn. Okay, so I'm going to pick up those three objects in this multi-trace. So now I've got a list of all the things this trace is hitting. Well, let's test this out. So I'm going to do for duration for the debug, and let's plug that into my choose target so you can see if it works. Oh, one thing I didn't do was I didn't turn in that radius. So I don't know, let's do 100. Again, we have to come back and tweak numbers as we play. So if I hit tab, you can see it blasting out. Okay, so I don't want the boom then, I want the camera. So let's change that to the camera. And well, actually we want the boom location, but the camera rotation. So drag that in like so. Yeah, cool. So now it's going to cast out this shape here. And what I might do is actually I might cancel out the up and down aiming. So to do that, we're going to break this line and we're going to right click and split both these rotations. And we want to copy just the yaw and the roll. We're going to leave the pitch out. That way my line trace will stay perfectly horizontal no matter which way I aim. Okay. So Kim, yes, the camera boom is a scene component. It's just a spring arm. It's a spring arm component. Okay, so that's going to get us everything that it comes across. We could probably increase the radius actually, if you want it quite wide. So we'll change it to 500. And play. Yeah, so it's quite large. It should cover most of the screen in front of the player. Okay, so for the out hit here, we're going to do a for each loop. For each one of those. We only want to filter out only the ones that have got the interface. So they're targetable. So I'm going to right click and split this array element, and that gets us all the data for each of those items in that list, that array. And we look at the hit actor here. And we're going to check if it does implement an interface. And in particularly, we want to choose the targeting interface. Now go into a boolean. Into a branch, sorry. The boolean go into a branch. Okay, so if that is true, we then want to start building our list for our current target. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to build it to a local variable. Yeah, we'll do it to a local variable for now, and we'll do local underscore target list, and this will be a list of actors. Okay, and we want to make an array. Click on the little ball icon, change it to a grid, make it an array. So if it's true, we want to get this array and add unique that actor. Okay, so it's going to cycle through all the things we've hit and spit out only the ones that have got that targeting interface, and then build up a local list, a local justice function, and then on this for each loop, when it's completed, which is this bottom one here, we're going to come out of there and we're going to send this local list to our core variables. Okay, so we can go in here and go current target list, and we're going to tell our current target list be set to be the same as our local one. Compile. Okay. Now what I could do as well is I can make a return value for this because it might be handy to do. And we can output some stuff. So for example, I can output this and get the length. And if the length is greater than 0, we'll plug that into the new parameter there. And we'll call this one found target. So this will output true or false based on whether or not it's found a actual target or not. Okay, at least one of them. And that should do. Now to test this out, I'm going to print string here at the end that number and hit compile. So let's test this out, and if I'm looking at this character, you can see it outputted 1. Okay, now test this out again. Let's just put another dummy in there, and like so. And if I look this way, hit tab, I get 2, which is what it's outputting. Excellent, so that's working. So it's now adding these actors to that list of possible targets. Now we've got that list. We can get rid of this print string now. Okay, so we've got that list when we tab target. Next we want to do is actually lock onto a target. So what we need to do is tell it to choose a target from that list. So let's go function and go choose target. And the choose target is going to use this current target list and get a value from it. Now what I want to do is, what do I want to do? Well, first of all, I want to just get the closest one. The closest one will be the first one in the list. So if I get the current target list and get a copy and leave it at 0, which is our first item, choose target is going to output this current target. So what I'm going to do is make a new variable and make it a singular actor, which is the current target. And this is the target we're looking at. Hi Mike, thank you for the support. I'm glad you enjoyed the videos. So yep, I'm just going to drag the current target out here and choose set and plug that in like so. We're going to do more to this in a minute because this is only going to get us the first one. We want to be able to cycle through that list. But let's just actually get this working first of all. So to test this out, what we're going to do is we are going to tell this current target what should we do? What should we do to it? We'll change its visibility. We'll make it hidden game. So if I target it, it will disappear. Go back to my event graph and drag choose target in like so. And if I want, I can do a branch there and use that route in there. Okay. So now the first one should disappear. Which it does. Cool. If I go this way, this one will also disappear. Now what I want to do is, I mean, I could make it always target the closest one, or just cycle through. What should we do? Oh, I'll leave it up to you guys. Do you want it to always pick the closest one when I tab target, or do you want it to cycle through the possible targets? What would you think is best? Whilst you decide, I'm going to have a sip of my drink. Closest one? Yeah? Okay. Well, we'll share the closest one then. So, the closest one we'll do is on the look for target. At the start of this, we want to grab our current target list, and we want to I forgot what I call it in this. Is it clear? Yeah, clear. Clear it. So what that'll do is it'll empty out that list and then choose the target from there. Okay. Now obviously it's going to turn them both invisible, but when we come to actually identifying the target and making it look at the target, it will change to that new target. Okay, so that will now pick the closest one because it's going to wipe that list and then start it again every time you tab. Oh, that scared the crap out of me. I had the volume up high for the for the following notification. Oh, made me jump. I wasn't expecting it. Okay, so let's work on getting the targeting, so like an arrow or nameplate or something to appear above them. We'll just do a widget for now above their head. So what we're going to do here, what can we do? What can we do? What can we do? We'll make, well, first of all, make a widget. Current target UI. And what I can do in here, actually I've got an asset we could use. Let's right click and import that. And it's on my desktop, I think it is. Yep, we'll use this. Same indicator I use for my ability system series. So with that, we're going to go into the current target UI. Get rid of our canvas panel. And just drag. No, actually, let's get a size box. And override the width and height. And we'll do 64 by 64. And I'm going to drag an image inside of that. Setting our brush to show that indicator. So when it's desired, it looks like this. Okay. Compile that and we'll come back to this later on. So if I go back to my player character, rather than set hidden actor in game, we are going to create. No, what can we do? Yeah, we'll have a look at this. Create widget. No. Add widget component, and the target for that is going to be the current target. Now with the widget component selected, we're going to change its space to screen, widget class to current target, and we're going to draw it desired size and compile that. Let's see what that looks like. So there's the widget, you can see it's on its crotch there. Okay, so what we need to do is make it dynamically know where to look to point that up. Now obviously it's going to do this one for the front one as well. But so we need to make it say it only does one at a time. So what we need to do is Doom lead. Can I demonstrate how to do different attacks? Eventually, if we have time. I don't know if we have time tonight, but it is on the to-do list to do in a short time at the start of this year. Yes. Anyway, right. So choose target. So it's going to add a widget to this target. By the way, the way I solve problems is I talk out loud. So if you hear me explaining things multiple times, that's probably why. It's because I'm solving things as I'm doing them. Okay, so we're adding that to that. What I want to do is set current target, add widget. Right, so what I want to do is on choose target is I want to get the current widget, current target, and make that a validated get by right clicking and choosing validated get. And that's going to check whether or not we currently have a current target. If we do, what I want to do is I need to remove its widget component. So I need to, how am I going to do that? Nope, I know what we do. Okay, so when we add a widget component, we're going to promote the return value here to a variable on the player. So this component belongs to another target, but it's going to be stored as an address on the player. So we're going to go target indicator and set that to there. So at the start, we're going to check the target indicator and get validate get. If it is valid, so i.e. it already exists, we're going to tell it to we're going to destroy component and set the target indicator to nothing, and that resets it, and then tell it to carry on with the rest of it. If it's not valid, we can skip those parts and go straight to the setting. Let's see if how that works. So tab sets up that one. Tab bowls, still doing that. I think I had this problem once before, and I think it has something to do with when you add a widget component, the widget is added to the blueprint. So let's have a crack at this. So it's added to the viewport, so I need to remove it from the viewport as well as destroy the component. So target indicator will get user widget object, and we'll tell it to remove from parent. Then destroy the component and then reset the variable. Let's see if that works. So there's the arrow. Go around here. God damn you. Okay. Annoying. The alternative would be we make it a component in this actor, and then we attach it to this character here. That'd probably be easier. Yeah, let's do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to current target, yeah, and then we're going to change the target for this to be. Oh, my headphones just pulled out. Hang on, can't hear what I'm talking. There we go. So what we're going to do is, rather than add a widget component, we're going to add it on here. Widget component, and make it screen. Current target UI for desired size, and let's just rename this one target indicator. I'll it's because I've already got that. Delete that. Yes. Okay, so we've got that target indicator now set up. It's on our player viewport. That's on screen, so we can't see it, but there you go. It's there. So on here, we're going to tell it to attach to this location here. So get the target indicator and attach to component when the target is this actor. And this is the actor here. I'm going to tell it to snap the target. And then we're going to tell it to set visibility to be true. Okay. And then we plug that in like so. Palm. So I just need to make my target indicator not visible at start. So let's find rendering, turn off visible. And then when I push play, oh, the hell. Okay, I've attached it the wrong thing to the wrong thing there. What do I do? Target is current target. Oh my, no. Oh wait. I need to. That's wrong. Attach to. Attach to. No. Attach to. Should be just attached to actor. Attached to component, target is actor. So this is the parent. No, the parent's this. Right, I need to get the mesh for this, don't I? That's why. Right, okay, this is where it becomes tricky because the current target, we want to check if it has a mesh or not. And we don't know too much. Right, oh, I don't think you can anyway. No. Okay, so I'm going to change the current target over here to be of the type pawn. Change variable type. And I need to change this target list as well here to be pawn. Variable type. Break a few things, but we'll get there. Delete that. Now the reason why I'm doing pawns is because pawns have by default a mesh. So for example, I can get the mesh here. I should be able to. Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, don't. What was I thought it did? Okay, we're making characters. Characters definitely have meshes. Again, this will break loads of stuff, but it's right, we can fix it. Compile. On, no. do that there. Then we get the mesh. And then plug that in. Attach to component. Target is a scene component. And snap, snap, snap. Right, let's go fix our problems here. So our local list needs to also be characters. Yep. That fixes that one. Any other issues? Nope. Okay. So let's try that out now. Why is that doing that? Attach this component to another scene component. Once you named it a name socket. Oh, I've got the wrong way around. That one goes there, that one goes there. Right, there's the scene component. And if I go here, it should move to the other one. Yay, which it does. So now to make it so it goes above their head. So to do that, you go back into here. And we can tell the target indicator. So we can get, I'll just use this one here. We need to get the mesh here. We'll make a local variable for this. Local target mesh. Ooh. Let's move that. I'll plug that in there. So now we've got a local target mesh. We can now use that and get the bounds. Get component bounds. And this gets you the box extent. Okay, which is the size of it basically. So I'm going to get my target indicator and we're going to set relative location, and we're going to split that and split the extent because we only want the Z. Do that there. Let's see how that looks. Okay, so I've done it halfway. That's because the box is measured at halfway point, so I need to double it. So the box extent we need to double. So multiplied by a float of 2. And I'm going to add a little offset to it as well. So we go add another 50. I'll go into the Z. So now you get an O above their head. Okay. So tab will always select the closest target that you're looking at. Neat. Okay. I think we can turn off the debug for the looking for target. We don't need it really anymore. Okay. And see how it looks without the mess on the screen. Yeah. Okay, not too bad. So now we've got the target set up. We now need to make it so you can strafe around him. So we're looking at him and we move left and right. Your character will rotate around them. So we'll go to the third person character again and go back to the event graph. So currently our setup is this. When we choose a target, we're looking for a target first. And if we found one, we're going to take to choose that target. Then we need to do a tick event and another function. So let's do tick. And for a tick event, we need to set to look at the target. Look at target. So we only want to do this when current target is valid. So get your current target and right click convert to validate get. And the look at target, what's going to do is we're going to tell it to rotate the mesh accordingly to the same direction as the target. So we're going to get the actor location for the current target. We're also going to get the location of the current player. And we can work out a direction that we need to go towards. So direction, get unit direction. So our way around, do it this way. So it's from there to there. And this will get us a direction. And this direction we can then make into a rote from X. I think X will do. We'll see. And that'll get us a new rotation. I'm going to set the actor rotation. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, I actually haven't hooked it up. Event graph, look at target. Okay. Play, tab, and there he is. So he's looking at him all the time, okay? Which is what we want. Okay. So if I go back to my player character, now look at how they move. So at the moment we're getting the control rotation and looking at that to control the movement. So what we need to do is not only tell it to change the actor's rotation, but also need to change the control rotation. So we're going to set control rotation. I probably need to get the controller first. Get player controller. There's no difference, Kim. It's the same thing. Oh no, not get. Set control rotation. Also be that. Now because we're changing the control rotation, the movement here is based on that control rotation. So when I move forward and move right, it's going to move in relation to that control rotation. Let's have a look at this. Hit tab. And if I just hold down D or A, it's automatically going to just go around in circles. Yeah, so circle strafing is done. Now the only thing we need to fix is the aiming. So if I move the mouse, I can't control it because remember we're overriding the control rotation. So in my where I changed the look at here for the control rotation, rather than doing the whole rotation, we'll do break. We are going to take the pitch out of it so we can still pitch. Drag the other two in. Play. Tab. And no, still can't do that. Why can't I do that? Oh, it's because the pitch is set to 0. I need to change that to be the current pitch. So get control rotation. Split this and get the pitch from that. So this is coming from the controller. This is coming from the game's code. So play. And now I can look up and down still and circle strafe around thing. When I get here, I can tab to that guy. I can tab to this guy. I'll move the camera up and down. But the camera is fixed. Okay, so when I've got a target on, it's fixed. Now, what else we can do here is we can change it so we need to be able to cancel the target. Okay, so we need to push a key that will cancel the target. Let's create a key for this in the input settings. There. Cancel target. And we'll use shift for this. Use the left shift. And we'll go into the third person character. Event graph. And when we do the cancel target event, we want to set the current target. Actually, no, we want to make a new function for this because we need to turn other things off. So lose target function. We need to cancel the current target. So we go set that to nothing. We're also going to clear the current target list. Why the hell not? And then we need to make the target indicator visibility of that to be off, so it goes back to invisible. And probably forgetting something. Let's just put it on, see what that looks like. Lose target, test, and compile. Now push play, target, and then push shift. Oh no, it works. Cool. Best time. So shift. And lose the target. So, do we make a widget animation that plays on construct to make the arrow go up and down? So you want it to hover. Yep. Okay, let's do that. Very simple. So we're going to go onto our widget here and add an animation. I'm going to go call it hover. And in there we're going to add our image. And we're going to add a track for this. So we're going to add the transform track. On the first frame, I just want to change the Y on this. So I'm going to leave that as is there. And on frame on 5 seconds, we'll make it set back to 0 as well. Then at 2.5 seconds, we'll make it go up a little bit. We go -25. We've got a slight hover. See what that looks like. Yeah, cool. So compile that and go to the graph. And on construct, we're going to drag our hover animation out, choose get, and set it to play animation. On the play animation, we're going to take number of loops to be 0, and that means it will loop indefinitely. Compile, and let's see how that looks. And there's our floating, hovering arrow. Okay, so next let's see if we can work out the animations for our character here. Now, as I said, I've already imported in the Paragon character of Greystone because he's a melee based character. I thought that's the most appropriate one for this. And this guy has tons of animations already set up in his animation blueprint. So I'm going to open this up. Because it is a heavy file. There's loads of artwork in it and animation, so bear with me. Do need wondering if I could demonstrate how to do special attacks, line attacks, dash attacks, phone attacks, AoE attacks, target, etc. Don't know. I don't think we'll have time to go through all that tonight, but it's definitely on the list. Those things are doing the animation blueprint from Paragon. To see what it's like, we could either use it as is, or if you want, what probably I think would be best is if I create one from scratch and you see an animation blueprint being created. Strafing. At the moment, I can strafe. He walks side to side. UE4 takes a while to load up one of these animation blueprints on the first time because it's got to render all the shaders. So it's building all those at the moment. Oh, there you go. So they do take a while to load up first time. So here's Greystone animation. Okay. And it's got a lot of stuff going on in his animation blueprint. It's quite a heavy thing, but it's a fully made one with IK controls and all sorts. So we've got aim offset for the locomotion. Got leaning, loads. Oh, let's just make our own one. Let's go to the third person character and let's create an animation blueprint, and we use the Greystone skeleton, and we'll call this, we'll just, as we've done it last week, we'll do Witcher anim. Why not? And on this chap, it's a blank animation blueprint. So it's got a load of shades, loads of textures and whatnot, but we'll try and crack on. So I'm going to open my anim graph. So it's either going to be a tab up here, or if you haven't got a tab, it's down here on the left hand side. Double click to open it up. So the first thing we need to do is create a state machine, and this state machine is going to be all our locomotion. Okay, and we open it up, and in here we're going to have a state called idle. So that's the animation it will do by default if nothing else is true. And then we're going to go into run. Oh no, go ahead, state first. Run. And the run is going to be where it gets a bit funky, because what we're going to be doing is we create a blend space, I think, for this. Animation blend space, Greystone skeleton, and we'll do this one as strafe run BS. I haven't actually looked if Greystone actually has a strafe. Have a look. Just needing to walk sideways, basically. Let's do full walk. This one. That's not too bad. We may use that one. I did want to walk. Or a very like a small low speed, which I think we have. That's right, we just have to use those ones. Okay, oh, I closed it. Bollocks. Very fun. So we can use. So in here we need to set up a blend space, and this blend space is going to use, we need to take into account speed and direction. Hang on, try to think of this in my head. We definitely need direction. We'll put that on the horizontal axis. And direction is going to be going from minus 90 to 90. So travel mode, left, and right. And in the middle, I need speed and direction, I think. So this one would be speed. And we'll drag that up top there. And direction, we want idle. They're just aim offsets. Where jog left. Yeah, okay, we like that. Jog left, and we'll do jog right. There. Then we need idle at the bottom, and we do idle for all directions. So staying still. If he runs, we need to run forward as well, which is not too bad. We can use that as default run forward because it's halfway in between the two. But let's do jog forward there, and we'll do drive mode forward there. So jog forward, run forward, left, right, idle. Okay, because speed is 0. So what we're going to use, this jogging speed for when we're locked on. So make the player a bit more slower, more purposeful in their movement. So speed will go between 0 and 600. So I'm going to change that to 600. Like so. And we'll change that like that. Okay. Okay. So actually I don't want this run one. I just want an idle. We have to change the name of that one though. And we want to use our new blend space. I can find what we called it. Probably underneath this shader thing, so let's just branch that out. Straight from BS. There you go. And this is going to go into here. Now we need to input a direction and speed values. So I'm going to make 2 variables here for direction and for speed. And these both be floats. Which then we can just drag out and plug in. Like so. So back on my state machine, I'm going to change the name of this one to make more sense. Run. Idle run. And go back again and plug that into my result like so. File. So I'm going to close that. And oh sorry, we won't actually not close it, we want to go into our event graph. Now we have to set these values up. So you with the try get pawn owner, we're going to check if that's valid or not. And go is valid. If it is valid, we're going to get the movement, get movement component and get velocity. And for the velocity, we can get the length, not length, just type in length, vector length, there we go. And that's our speed. So set speed. There. And then to get direction, I think, can we just type in direction? Get unit direction. No. Just do normalize. And that gets our direction. Oh wait, direction, no, we want to get down to a value, don't we? A single float. Oh, balls. in that case, we need to get the what do we need to get? I don't know what we need to get. How can we detect if we're moving left or right? The velocity will help with that, wouldn't it? Yeah, it would. But then how do I turn that into... direction? Oh, yeah, there you go. Calculate direction. Sorry, my bad. Right, so we've got calculate direction, and that return value will go into direction here. Oh, we need a base rotation. We'll get actor rotation. Yes, like so. Right, let's see how that looks. So we're going to go into a third person character here. Go to viewport, go to the mesh, and I'm going to choose the greystone mesh. And we're going to use our widget anim, compile, hit play, and let's see how janky this looks. Okay, so we've got some basic running working there. Tab target, and that looks much better. But let's slow down a bit. Let's make it a bit more purposeful. So when I have looking at target, actually let's do this. Not look for target. Choose target. I'm going to do it once. That's all. I'm going to get character movement, and we're going to tell it to. Hang on. What we're currently working at? 600. Yeah, 600. And yep. Okay, so we're going to set max walk speed to 300, and when we lose target, we want to set max walk speed back to 600. Power that and play. So now I've got my character running around. Hit tab, and now I've got a much slower movement. Oh, that's perfect. I love it. The jump doesn't work yet. We haven't done jump. kind of trippy. But I'm liking that. If I tab to the other one, tab there. Cool. Now I'm gonna make it a slight change in how it sets the rotation for the actor. So notice when I hit tab, when I'm looking at it, it snaps to it. So rather than snap, I'll make it a smoother transition. So when we look at target here, we're going to do an interp for this, okay? So I'll need to make some space here. And we need to interp 2. So that's the target one. The current one is the get actor rotation, and delta time. Just type in delta, you'll see get world delta seconds, and interp speed. We'll do this set to 5 and tweak that later on, and then we're going to plug that into this new rotation there. And we are then going to change the brake rotator Actually, we'll see how it is leaving the control rotation. So the camera will snap to the location, but the actor will turn. Let's see how that looks. First of all, the turning is too slow because you can see it's not adjusting while moving. So let's change the time here to 1. Still not ideal. Okay, let's do it with this as well. Oh. It's all gone wrong there. Why have they gone so wrong? Rotation. What? Take back up to 5. Hey Draco. So my control rotation needs to be snapped on. That's what's controlling all our stuff. I need to snap that on. So it's just setting up a character there. Change it to 1. Doesn't seem. I've lost a lot of animation there. Let's put that back into there. Compare it. So quite like. I don't know why it's maybe interpret even smaller, 0.1 maybe. No, I'm not a fan of that. Let's delete that. And just plug that straight back in there. I think it looks better without. Oh, hello. Without. Yeah, so that looks better. It's just a snap we need to figure out. Okay. Whilst we're here, we might as well do the attacks. We need to create montages. I don't know if they've already set up montages. I assume they have. Yeah, they got montage A, montage B, montage C. Did they set up any notifiers in this? Yeah, they did. So they've already set this up for a combo. Save attack. So what they're doing is when they get to the save attack, between this window and that window, if you hit the attack button again, it'll trigger the next montage, which is this one. Similar to A here. That window there is from there before it resets it. So let's attempt to use these for our attack. So I'm going to set up an input for this. Settings. These assets, Kim, are from the Paragon assets. They're free to download from the Epic Marketplace. They're made by Epic. You're free to use them for whatever purpose you so wish and desire. So let's do an attack button. And with that for the left mouse button there. Cool. Okay, so on my event graph, when I attack. Oh, I have to spell it correctly. When I attack and push the left mouse button, we need to tell it to start the combo and register if we have already got something saved in our combo. So, first thing we need to do is set up a save variable for current attack combo, and that'll be an integer, and it'll default to 0. Okay. So when we push the attack button, we're checking the current attack combo get in a switch. Okay, so Hikari CS. This live stream is available to patrons immediately after, and it'll be available in 2 weeks' time for everyone else. So I'm going to add three. We only need 3 attacks, I think, don't we? So when we push the attack key, it's going to check our current attack combo, and then switch is going to play. And the switch basically takes this integer and says if it's 0, do this. If it's 1, do this. If it's 2, do this. Okay. And likewise, we need to make another custom event here, and this can be called save combo, and hit compile. Now on the attack 0, we're going to tell it to play montage, and we're going to tell it to play the attack primary A montage, and on notify begin, we're going to check the notify name. So notify name is equal to, and what do they call it? Save combo, was it? No. Save attack. That's what it is. So we'll type in save. Actually, could we do a switch? I can't remember if names can do switches too. Switch. Yeah, we can. So on the switch, we'll go on notify begin, and we're going to add case 1. It's going to be save attack, and case 2 going to be reset combo. I think it said, didn't it? Yep, cool. So on save attack, we're going to tell it to change the current attack combo. Oh, hello. Set current attack combo to 1. Okay. So on notify begin, save attack is going to change to 1. So if I was to push the button again, whilst that save attack is 1, it's going to then do this one. But if it hits reset combo, we need to tell it to reset the current attack combo to 0. So it will just do the first one again. So let's do the next one, and we probably can copy most of this down, and we'll tell it to play primary B, and change this number to 2, and leave this one at 0. So again, if I push the attack key, current attack combo at start is 0. So 0 occurs, it plays the animation, detect and notify begin. When it hits and save attack, it will do the 1, change it to 1, and when it hits reset the combo, it changes to 0. Now in the short window where I hit the key again, and where current attack combo is still 1, it will now go through here and do 1, and continue round here. Okay. What I want to also then do is take. Hang on, I don't want to do the problem. I need to make sure that this doesn't trigger. Oh no, it shouldn't do, because the montage will carry on and overwrite it. Sorry, brain farting all over the place there. So that'll do that, and then we want to copy all that again. The last one, and the last one on notify begin. We don't have a save attack anymore, but we can leave it in there. It doesn't really do anything. But we'll change that to 0. But reset combo, definitely do 0. Okay. So, back onto our montages. Now, montages, again, I don't know if they set it up. Yes, they have. So, they've given it a slot already, upper body. So, in your slot manager, whoa, they've done loads. Anyway, so they've got a full upper body slot. And slots are sort of like channels where an animation is playing. So, this one's going to play in the upper body slot. So, what I need to do is tell my animation blueprint to play anything in that slot. So, my anim graph, we're going to do slot, change that to upper body slot, then plug that in, meaning that montages now will overwrite the locomotion. So play, let's test out our attack. Not working. Why is it not working? Attack, current attack combo. Oh, I didn't get a skeletal mesh, that's why. Skeletal mesh. Yeah, the rest of it's fine, isn't it? Yep. Play. Still not triggering. Why is it not triggering? What have I missed out? String the hello. That hello's working. Hello. What's going on? Right, attack combo. That was strange. Let's just cut out the switch and just plug that straight into there. Okay, so something's gone wrong with the animation blueprint, I guess. I messed up. Maybe I need to carry on doing the blend for this. It doesn't like the blends, maybe. So let's do that into a cache. And the cache, we'll do call it the locomotion cache. This is what I was eventually going to get to, because you'll notice there's an issue when you do that into that into that, that you lose the locomotion animation completely. So what we're going to do here, change that to cache. What we're going to do here is use this locomotion and blend it with our attack animation. Use the locomotion cache. Need 2 of those. So this is basically saving the locomotion data, animation data. We're going to use one of them, and we're going to put the other one through our slot. And then from here, we're going to do a layered blend per bone, and plug that in like so. With it selected though, we need to tell it which bone to blend from. So let's go to the skeleton and pick a point where it makes sense. So I'm going to change it from spine 0, 1. So make sure it's spelled correctly. So all lowercase with an underscore. Oh, wrong one. Drill down in here, add an element, spine underscore 0, 1. Compile. Oh wait, good. No, the notifiers, Kim, the notifiers wouldn't matter because it's not playing the whole entire thing. If it's playing animation and the rest of it weren't playing, then yes, the notifiers would be issued, but it should at least play the animation. So let's test that out now. No, why is that being such a little pain in the ass? They definitely were upper body slots, weren't they? Yeah. Upper body slot, yeah. Oh wait, this one. Got the wrong slot, that's why. Oh! There we go. So now I need to get the notifiers working. So, Right, so let's work on the notifiers. Let's see what's going on here. Where am I going? Third person character. So for now, let's just do a print string on the saves here. Print string. Say hello. We'll print string that. Compile. So now the notifiers aren't being registered. And I've got a feeling I know why. Because I bet they didn't do montage notifiers. Can't tell if they are or not. Basically, there's multiple types of notifiers. The one we want is a montage notifier, which is this. And I think it's slightly different from that. It is. So I'm just going to call this one save attack and put it in the exact same space. And delete this one. And then add another one. Montage notifier. This one's called reset combo. Now the test of that works. That should, this is A still, isn't it? Yeah. So let's test that working. There you go. There it goes. Whoop, whoop. So we haven't got the reset going in there yet, but you saw it go from one to the other. Okay. So need that to the other ones. Right click, add montage notifier. So the notifiers they got here are the ones that work with the animation blueprint, not the actor. So there's always multiple ways of doing the same thing. There's no fixed way. And I get that a lot when people say, "Oh, why didn't you do this method or that method?" It doesn't really matter. As long as it works, it works. I just need to select that save notify. Be a lot easier if actually I did this. Save attack. Add montage notify. Alright. Why won't you change? Reset combo. Is that being weird? There you go, whatever. We can delete these ones, we don't need it. And finally, C. Scroll down. This one is, they've got a save attack for some reason. I don't know, why not? Oh wait, I'm seeing the line on the screen now. It's there. Make another one. Montage notify. Reset combo. There you go. We don't need these ones. Save that. And now let's playtest our attack. Right, I'm not very good at timing this. I'm crap at timing it. Hang on. So 1, 2. 1, 2. No. Let's have a look at the timing window for this. So it shouldn't matter what track it's on. So it's when the animation reaches there. Okay. Wow, and that played the third one. Ah, it's because I got told it to do B again. Got to change it to C. Silly mistakes. It's always the silly ones. There you go. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And there you go. So I can now tab 1, 2, 3. And then you make it detect hits and so forth and so forth. But there we go. I think that's time. We've been going for about an hour and a half now. Thanks very much for everyone for watching. Hopefully you've seen something that's in bit of sort of interest and you've learnt a little bit of something new today. Thanks very much for all the new patrons this week. It's been amazing. Thank you so much. If you don't know, I have put up my ability system series the project files up on Patreon for the gold, platinum, and diamond members. Those people get access to the project files for the ability system. The tutorial series for that will be going on soon for the patrons, and will be available to everyone else probably timing wise probably be mid-February, maybe later towards the end. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Just if you have any last questions, by all means throw it away in the chat whilst we're wrapping up. I see that Abby Dooley's asking, how would I go about making it so you can't attack again until you've finished attacking? Oh, okay. So when you do the attack here, this is checking the attack combo, right? So what you want to do is you want to use it. Well, I didn't do it, but you can use a save combo event. So you basically make the like a boolean or a trigger, like saying can attack. Okay, so let's do that. Let's quickly do it. Abdullah. So let's make a new boolean. Can attack, and default value for that is true. And when we attack, we are going to set can attack to false, and then when we can save attack, we want to set it to true. Okay, at the start here, we're going to get the can attack and put that into a branch. And do that down the line. Do this one. And that's how you do an attack combo. So now I can't attack until I do a combo. Is that alright for you, Abidoody? I quite like that. It's a lot smoother. I would probably tweak the timing of the first one actually a bit, but other than that, I think that looks alright. Hopefully that suits you just fine, Abidoody. yeah, thank you very much for everyone. What I will do, because these have been quite interesting topics, I will make separate videos for these that are separate things that I can upload later on, so they don't have to be in this live stream. I'll consolidate it into a more refined video down the road. So keep an eye out for those. I will make those at some point. Quite good. Anyway, that'll do for me. I'm going to go get some sleep. So thank you all for watching, and join us next time for next week's question time, where you can ask any question you like for Unreal Engine 4, game development, or just anything in general. So save up the questions and bring them with you tomorrow, next weekend, and ask away. You can ask me about anything you like, and I'll answer to the best of my ability. Thanks again, everyone, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.